Today we are going to make mayonnaise, which is the first lab before you make your BLTs. Mayonnaise is not hard to make, in fact it's very easy, but it's one of those recipes that we call unforgiving. And what that means is if you make one tiny mistake, it doesn't work. So we're going to go through this slowly, show you a few tips to make it work, and we will hopefully all get some mayonnaise to put on our BLTs. Alright, the ingredients. The first thing we need is an egg yolk. So we're going to start, we've already cleaned our work area, washed our hands, tied back our hair. So we're going to start by separating an egg. Now the egg yolk is the yellow part of the egg. And there's many ways to separate an egg yolk, but today I'm going to use an egg separator. So I'm going to crack the egg right into the egg separator and let the white run around it. Okay. And there you go. Now we have our egg yolk. And I'm going to put that right here in this custard cup. And then that ingredient is measured and ready to go. Now I did get some egg white here, so I have a towel handy for cleaning so that I clean as I go and keep my work surface clean. Okay. The next ingredient we need is a ½ teaspoon of mustard. Now mustard you really can't level, so that you will just get approximate. Now if we read ahead in our recipe, it says we're going to whisk together the egg yolk, mustard, and dry ingredients. Alright, and so in fact I'm going to move my egg yolk to this because I want to have a larger container for measuring everything. And that will make sense as we go through this process. Okay, so we need 1/2 teaspoon of mustard, and the amounts are stamped right on the measuring spoons. Okay, so right here it says 1/2 teaspoon. So there's our ½ teaspoon of mustard. And then our dry ingredients can go in here as well. And so that is a ½ teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to wipe this out. Salt can be level. And we need a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. And sugar can be level. Alright, so all of these ingredients can be whisked together. Now I am using a fork to whisk just because the amount we're making is so small. A fork works just as well as a wire whip. So if you're at home, you can always substitute those, so that you don't have to go out and buy a new utensil if you don't want to. So you mix these until they're nice, well mixed together. Then the directions say combine lemon juice and vinegar in a separate bowl. So the first thing we need to do is get some lemon juice, and we only need 2 teaspoons, which is a small amount. So what I'm going to do is take a fork and over here, and I'm going to use the fork to start breaking the membranes of the lemon so that it will force the juice into the custard cup. I'm not even squeezing yet, I'm just smashing the membranes with the fork. And then squeezing at the end. Now I need 2 teaspoons of that. Let's see. I'm going to just dump this. Oh, that's not a garbage can. I almost put that in somebody's backpack. And we need 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, and you want to be sure not to get any seeds in this. Now we got a lot more than 2 teaspoons out of half a lemon, so we can share that half with our other group at our table. Right? So each table only needs about 1/2 of a lemon. So there's our 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, and we need 1 tablespoon of vinegar. Okay. Now the lemon juice and the vinegar can be mixed together. And I'm not pouring over my lemon juice because if I accidentally spill, that would put too much vinegar into my little cup. Okay. So there's my tablespoon of vinegar. So here is the lemon juice and vinegar. Here is our egg yolk, our mustard, our salt, and our sugar. And now all we need is 1 cup of oil. And then we're ready to make our mayonnaise. So I'm going to measure the oil in a glass measuring cup. And you measure this at eye level. Okay. And we have 1 cup. Now the trick here, you can do this without a squirt bottle at home. It's a little bit more challenging because when we add the oil to our mixture, it has to be gradual. So a tip I read about in a cooking magazine was to put the oil in a squirt bottle. So I am moving it there, and hopefully this will all fit. It's going to be just a little short, so at one point we will finish adding the oil to this bottle. Now the bottle you guys will use in lab will hold all of this. They've been ordered, they're just not here yet. Okay, so in our directions it says whisk these together, we did. Combine lemon juice and vinegar in a separate bowl, we did. Now we start whisking, and I'm going to ask Louis here to come over and do the stirring for me so that I can talk about the oil and show that to you. So Louis, come on over. And Louis is all ready to cook. He's going to start stirring. Now our instructions say to add a few drops of oil. You can go ahead and put that down and just keep stirring. And you only add a few drops at a time. And he's just going to keep stirring. This is the long, tedious process of mayonnaise.